Cameron Smith has had a career-defining year in 2022. When golf's crazy world in 2022 is remembered, you'll have a hard time telling the story without bringing up his name. From major championship victories to his defection to the LIV Golf, the talented Australian golfer has once again dominated the headlines by winning the 2022 Australian PGA Championship, adding to his victories. The star golfer is currently number 3 in the official world golf ranking, be it because he decided to move to LIV Golf or the money that comes with it. Smith is always in the spotlight, so in this video, we'll highlight everything about Cameron Smith, including where he's from, his net worth, career victories, and prize awards. Welcome to Golf Links. Keep watching to get the complete story, and remember to subscribe to this channel. Cameron Smith, an Australian golfer, was born to Sharon and Des Smith on August 18, 1993, in Brisbane, Queensland. Cameron's father, Des, a scratch golfer with a 0 handicap who played at the Wantima Golf Club in Brisbane, may be credited with instilling in him a love of the game. When he was 2 years old, Smith started playing golf at the Wantima Country Club, a modest course in Brisbane. His father worked as a printer and club captain, while Sharon Smith, Smith's mother, worked at the neighborhood department store. Mel Smith is Smith's sister. According to Golf Digest, when Cameron was 12, he broke par and defeated his dad for the first time in the same round, with a score of 69. Des realized his son might pursue a career in golf. Cameron Smith was taken under the wing of Grant Field, one of Australia's top golf coaches, in 2004. Although he now resides in Florida, Cameron Smith honors his Australian heritage by wearing a mullet, a haircut he has worn ever since the COVID-19 outbreak. After 5 years, Cameron Smith won the Honda Junior Masters in 2009. The following year, in 2011, he added 3 more junior championships to his accomplishments by winning the Australian Boys Amateur, Australian Amateur Stroke Play, and Victorian Junior Masters. When he was 10 years old, Grant Field first encountered him and a group of players on a junior team. Des Smith requested that Field teach his son professionally the following year, and shortly after, Field saw a propensity for success under pressure. In a sense, Smith can flip a switch and can shift up a gear. He's performed well every time he's advanced to the next level. He hasn't struggled. To play on the PGA Tour, Cameron Smith relocated to Jacksonville, Florida in 2014 and still resides there. In his maiden competition on the PGA Tour, he tied for 5th place at the CIMB Classic in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. With a top 4 finish in the 2015 US Open, Smith continued to dazzle on the golfing world stage and earned automatic entry into the 2016 Masters. On the FedEx points list for 2016, Smith placed 157th. He qualified for the 2017 PGA Tour thanks to his Web.com Tour Finals performance, when he finished 2nd in the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. In 2017, Cameron Smith won his first PGA Tour event when he and Jonas Blixt, who lived with Smith's caddy Sam Pinfold, took the trophy at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans. He finished the 2017 season with 2 top 10 finishes. Then, in the 2017-18 and 2018-19 seasons, Smith won the Australian PGA Championship. After winning the Sony Open in Hawaii in 2020, Cameron Smith finally achieved his first individual PGA Tour triumph. With scorecards of 67, 68, 69, and 69, Smith tied for 2nd place in the 2020 Masters and made history by becoming the first golfer to shoot all 4 rounds in the 60s. Smith achieved a 2nd victory in the New Orleans Zurich Classic in April of 2021. Smith participated in the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. He finished 8th after scoring 14 points in 4 rounds. He remained out of medal contention despite shooting 66th in the 3rd and 4th rounds. In Maui, Hawaii, at the Century Tournament of Champions, Cameron won to start the year 2022 out on the right foot. Smith broke the previous record by finishing 34 under par. The previous record was 31, set by Ernie Els at the same tournament in 2003. Following his triumph, he went on to take 3rd place in the 2022 Masters and another victory in the Players' Championship when he defeated Anirban Lahiri by 1 stroke. Cameron Smith won the Open in St Andrews, Fife, Scotland on the St Andrews Old Course, which is recognized as the oldest golf course in the world. Cameron Smith's 20 under par performance in the Open broke Tiger Woods' previous record of 19 under par from 2000. Cameron Smith has joined the LIV Golf League after considerable speculation. He stated that the money on offer was a factor, but not the primary reason for his decision. Cameron Smith struck a deal for $100 million to join LIV Golf. Smith continued, "LIV's schedule is incredibly intriguing. That is my biggest motivation for joining the Saudi-sponsored Golf League. I'll have more time to spend at home in Australia and even host an event there. I hadn't been able to do that, and regarding that area of my life was enticing. Smith, who had recently won the Open and was ranked number 2 in the world when he joined LIV, earned more money in just 5 starts than most golfers who participated in 6 or 7 tournaments. Smith earned a total of $27,037,033 throughout his 8 years on the PGA Tour. While in less than a year and only 5 events on the LIV Golf League, he earned $7,378,500. In his first LIV start in Boston, Smith tied for 4th place, with Dustin Johnson taking 1st place in the 3-person playoff. In his second appearance, he won by 3 strokes over former champion Dustin Johnson and Peter Uihlein, shooting rounds 66, 68, and 69 to finish on 13 under par. Smith won almost $5 million in 4 LIV Golf starts. Cameron Smith won his first championship on the contentious tour only 3 weeks after formally joining LIV Golf. The Australian golfer, one of 12 major champions in the 48-player field, triumphed at Rich Harvest Farms in Chicago by a margin of 3 shots. Cameron Smith, feeling good after being granted the green light to defend his British Open title despite his switch to LIV Golf, helped 3 of his compatriots in Miami win a massive $12 million prize at the team final. Greg Norman's breakaway tour distributed the big checks at Doral, and Smith and his punch squad, which also consists of Mark Leishman, Matt Jones, and Wade Ormsby, were only 1 shot away from splitting the $25 million check. But until now, his golfing legacy has been marred by LIV Golf's desertion. He recently said that LIV Golf needs a world ranking point system similar to the PGA Tour, and a ranking point system will motivate the LIV golfers to raise their level of play. After finishing the LIV Golf inaugural season, Cameron Smith captured the Fortinet Australian PGA Championship for the 3rd time, with a 3-shot victory after a final round at Royal Queensland Golf Club that was impacted by the weather. The 150th Open champion had a 3-shot lead overnight, but was overtaken on the back 9, just after the second of 2 consecutive lighting-related play interruptions that cost more than 2 hours of play. The world number 3 reasserted his dominance after 3 birdies in a 5-hole stretch starting at the 12th. The final round of 3 under par, 68, helped him win the season-opening competition, co-sponsored by the ISPS Honda PGA Tour of Australasia. With his major championship debut at St. Andrews in July, Smith, who won his tournament back-to-back in 2017 and 18, has now won 4 times on the DP World Tour. While being barred from playing in PGA Tour events, along with other LIV players, he is still permitted to play in DP World tournaments until a court issues a decision, which is anticipated to happen next year. Smith will resume his tour of Australian tournaments for the following week with the Australian Open, where men and women will play in alternate groups for the first time in a National Open. 2 Melbourne golf courses, Victoria Golf Club and Kingston Health Golf Club, will host the 2 first rounds. The last 2 rounds will be contested at Victoria Golf Club following the 36-hole cut. So that's a wrap. Apart from being a golfer, Cameron is a fan of many things. He's a big fan of his native rugby league team, the Brisbane Broncos, and he has a dachshund named Kendrick. Remember to like this video, and thanks for watching.